So hey, what's going on? I just wanted to throw this in before you start watching the video. This video is heavily edited and I hope it makes sense. And I hope somebody gets something out of it who owns one of these cameras. Now, these cameras over the years, because I've had these cameras for about 5 years, different ones. I think I've had like maybe four, maybe five cameras, and it's because sometimes I just mess them up myself. And a couple of them have had issues, but the support was always there, and everybody took care of everything. The thing is, though, this is relevant to 2025. So if you buy one in 2025, I know that this is going to work for you with that particular camera. I don't know how often they change the firmware in the cameras, but I've got a camera that I bought 2 years ago, and it's totally different as far as the settings go and how you work the camera and everything. So they change a lot of things, and I guess that's just to make the performance better. But I hope this video makes sense. I've kind of gone through it, and before I actually post it, it makes sense to me anyway. But yeah, hopefully it'll help somebody, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks a lot. So hey, what's going on? I wanted to show you all this. I did this outside, but when I recorded it, I didn't like the way it looked. So I'm going to do this inside. I'm going to show you how to connect to this camera with your phone. Now, previously in the video that I did when I did a review on this, I've had several of these cameras, and I never have been able to connect it to the phone. They call it, connecting it to the Wi-Fi, which you don't need Wi-Fi, which I'll show you that in a minute. But the problem, I think, was on my part. So I haven't tried this with my old camera yet, but that's irrelevant because I'm using this one to actually stick on the boat. But what you do is this is your power button. So you want to power your camera up. See, I couldn't see the screen. You couldn't see the screen real good outside because of the way it was. And then you can see that we're on. So we're in photo mode at the moment. I took some pictures with it earlier. So to get back to the video part of it, you push the mode button on the front again, and that takes you to video. So what we want to do now is on the side here, you have two buttons on the side. So what we're going to do to get to our menu is you're going to hit OK on the top. You're going to hold it down for 2 seconds. That takes you to the menu. And then you're going to use your down button over here to scroll through the menu. And you're going to come to settings, and you're going to highlight the settings button. And then you're going to push OK, which is the top button. That's going to take you to this screen here. And we're in the resolution screen. And I usually, you've got different resolutions. I usually film everything in 30 frames per second, and I get this particular camera will do 7 hours, a little bit more than 7 hours. If I knock it down to 60 frames per second in 1080, it will knock the time down to 4 hours. Now, this will film in 4K. If you do 4K, you only get 2 hours out of the battery. So, but that's totally different. What we're going to do is we want to go to this setting right here, and to do that, you're going to push the front mode button and that's going to take you to your settings. Now you see that Wi-Fi turn off. You want to highlight that by moving the down button on the side, and then you're going to hit the button on the top, which is OK, and that's going to turn your Wi-Fi on. Now we're going to go into Wi-Fi with the camera, and I don't know why it's not focusing, but it'll give you a password, and the password's all the same on all of them. That's the password. So what you want to do now is you want to get your phone, and I already have the app downloaded. I have a Android, but this is what you want right here. It's called DV King 4K. Now if you have one of these code readers, like right here, QR code reader, you can scan the manual, and for the Android it's this one over here, and I'm guessing this is for a non-Android phone, and it will take you to the store or wherever it is to download that. So I've already done that with this phone because I just wanted to figure out if I could get it to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to we're not going to go into this. I'm sorry. We're going to go into settings first. And you're going to check your Wi-Fi connections. Now this is where I got confused. I always went to Bluetooth, but you have to go to Wi-Fi, and then it's going to look for Action Cam, and that's what you want right there. It says internet not available. So you're going to push that. It's going to connect you. It's going to check the quality of your internet connection. Now you don't need an internet connection. And I'm not really sure why this is. It says stay connected. What you want to do is connect only this time. When you connect only this time, what's going to happen is that light's going to start blinking to let you know that you've entered the Wi-Fi mode on the camera. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go back, and then you're going to use the app. You're going to open the app, and then it's going to ask you to connect to the camera. Now the first time it's going to ask you for the password. After it asks you for the password, it doesn't do it anymore. You just go to connect the camera. And then there we are. So now once I get this on the boat, we can adjust this, you know, to wherever we want and all that stuff and everything, and you can see what you're doing with the camera. And then this is kind of cool here. I figured out later you can change the frames per second through here. You can also set the camera to record. So you can hit this button here and it will actually record what you're doing, and it downloads it to a file, which this is going to be your files here. And if you click on that, I don't have any in it. I downloaded them. I downloaded them for the video that I'm working on for this. But anyway, it downloads it to this file, and then if you go to here, you can download it to your phone, and then it tells you to pick which one you want, and you pick that one, and then you hit the download button again, and it will download it to your phone. So you can have a permanent file. But I'm going to tell you what, I did that, and it takes a very, very long time. It is not fast by any means. You're probably just better off just plugging this in to your computer, you know, this here into the computer, or whatever you're going to do your editing on, and transfer it that way, which I think I'll show you how to do that later on, because this is kind of weird too, the way that it works. So yeah, so that was kind of cool. I was glad that I figured all that out. So yeah, and you can do slow-mo and all that stuff, you know, right from here. Shows you the battery state. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I really like that. You can pick it up and you can see me sitting here. So it's pretty slick. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you that because I didn't have a very good understanding of doing it, and maybe there's people out there like me who aren't very techy, so it took me a long time to figure it out. So, oh, to get out of Wi-Fi, then you just do what it says here. It says just push the up button, and that takes you out of Wi-Fi mode. And you can just go back to recording regular. Now they do say that when you're in this Wi-Fi mode, it sucks the battery down terrible. So I would just suggest on using this just as a, you know, to fine tune where you want your camera, and then go out of Wi-Fi mode and then just start recording. But that may not make a difference if I can get this to continually record. So then I could, like, you know, look at what I'm doing on my phone while I'm fishing. But it is what it is. So yeah, I just thought I would throw that in there. So now to get back down to here, you just hit your side. No, you hit your mode button in the front, and then OK, which is on the top, to exit, and then you're back to general recording. And then that's what I would suggest. I would get out of Wi-Fi mode once you get your camera set where you want, and then just hit record and just record it that way, so that, you know, if you do use the batteries, it doesn't suck them down as much. And then to cut it off, you just hold the mode button down and it cuts it off. So yeah, there you go. That's a rundown of that. So it looks like you have to be in Wi-Fi mode. And you can come down here and you can click on this, and then it shows you the file. So you have to be in Wi-Fi mode in order to gain access to this. And this shows the recordings. So this is when I was outside.
It is. I can record this to my phone.
Okay.
Oh, this is so cool.
So it's showing 10 minutes.
I can look at it on my phone and see which one I like. That's awesome.
So it does record it into a file, into the app. So you have to have Wi-Fi open in order to view this. But I'm wondering, this downloads it. Zero of 13 selected. We're going to select that one. We're going to download it. And it looks like you can download it to your phone through the app. And it looks like it's going to take a while. So we'll come back after it finishes downloading. So that took a pretty long time, but it was like a 10-minute file. So here it is downloaded on my phone. It downloaded it to the video file of my phone.
It doesn't tell you any of this
So
in the instructions.
yeah, that's kind of cool. One thing I have found, and I hope this is not going to be the case, is I cannot seem to... Why are they all blurry? See, this is why I got away from this camera. I had to charge this because the battery was getting low. It's in charging mode now. But it says mass storage mode and in camera mode. But it appears that when I do mass storage mode, which is my old camera, that's what I would go into to download the files to my computer. It would download them, but it's not showing up. So I'm hoping I don't have to take this phone and download them and transfer them, because that's going to take forever to do like a 4-hour video. So yeah, I'm still kind of trying to figure that out. But yeah, stick around. I know it's a long video, but if you're into this Crosstour thing, you're going to have to know this stuff, because they don't tell you this in the manual at all. None of this stuff. And it's different from my old camera. So The settings are different and everything. Alrighty. Okay, so what I found out with downloading the files is you cannot have the camera on and then download the files. Camera has to be cut off, and then you plug in your cable attached to the computer, and then it'll come up. So I don't know what the difference is in having it on or off, but apparently there is a difference. So and one thing I did find when I plugged it in, it said that there was a problem with the disk drive and it wanted to repair it, which I went on and did, and it repaired it, and now I've got all my files up. So as you can see right there on the that's all of them. So, well, actually there's more. I can scroll down, but I'm going to download these. And so yeah, so it has to be, the camera has to be off, and then you plug it in to your computer with the cable that's supplied with it, and then it will ask you, you know, charging mode, mass storage. If you click mass storage, then it will connect and open up the file. So there you go. Yeah, that's something else that's new. So yeah. Alrighty, hopefully I got all this stuff where I can get downloaded and make some kind of video out of this thing. Yeah, it's probably going to be super long, but a lot of information packed if you've got a Crosstour, a newer one. Like I said, I just bought this like a couple of weeks ago. They got different versions, different firmwares and all that. So, yeah, cool.
I really like it up here. I really do. Like that feature though, that's kind of cool. Be nice if I could have it up here like this, but I don't want to, and I'd have to have it on a pole and all that stuff. I really don't want it to get in the way of us fishing, so I'm trying to keep it as low as possible.